Welcome to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another team from the ACC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Hurricanes will boot it away to start the game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First down here for the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that. They've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Looks as if he's going to run it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, get it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right.
Oh, they knock it free. And the defense has it. They're going the other way.
In this game, it's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, bringing all these tight ends in the game, you'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Oh, he missed it. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. You're trying to break this scoreless tie, and instead you knock it off the post.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun to give, looking for room. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Ward. It's complete to the left. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They'll try to run for it. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this third down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
Caught close to the marker. It's Martinez. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Canes are on the move. He'll come out throwing on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
This defense doesn't even have a chance to blink after just giving up an explosive play. You get lined up, and all of a sudden they're throwing it over your head again into the end zone. They better get ready, lined up. I'd expect another shot coming up.
On second down, just keeps firing. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's going to take off. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Ward. Dumps it to the back. Complete. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Hand off from the shotgun. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It is good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play some.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Wide out in motion. But jet sweep pass. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a grab enough for the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on the play.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. And they get the sack just like that. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy is.
Yeah, and they look the same, don't they? They look the part, just big, physical, huge guys, but the speed element always there, always in the backfield, making plays.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got it. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Pass to Sticks still on his feet. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Wood took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster there.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Check. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gator! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. South Carolina is on the wrong end of a one-sided affair today. And if you'll pardon the pun, the Chickens are going to come home to roost this week in Columbia. They're trailing by 18 to Alabama. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time. Gonna let it fly. And the ball is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. It's a reverse. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
Great discipline by the backside of the defense. This is my gap. This is where I'm supposed to be. Ball goes away, so be it. I got to stay home. Stays home. Makes a great play for a loss.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
29 Philly.
To the air, it's Lagway. Makes his connection. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Gators want to move quickly. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got him, and they convert. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Wilson. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll give it to Johnson. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. And the Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
You know, not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
He's going to pass on second down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They're hoping for a touchdown going by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Gators will boot away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally. This crowd knows when to bring it. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. The quick out. Stopped after making the catch.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff to the single back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
Those third downs are hard to execute, and when you get in the red zone, it gets even harder, but this offense did a great job. Now, forget the 3. We're leaving that behind. Now set up 1st and goal.
Makes the grab on the left. And he will score! Touchdown, Canes!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Fires left. The freshman trying to take a shot, but put just a little too much on it.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Gets it out quickly. Still running at the 40. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
Looking for a big gain. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. The Gators are flying down the field. He'll do it himself. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
How good has this offense been on 4th down, converting all 3 times, and they're lining up to go for it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Florida! And that one will give them the lead. They'll They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Carolina looks lost today, and boy, does it show right now on the scoreboard. Almost like the coaching staff spent the week in Hilton Head instead of the film room. They're trailing by 32 to Alabama. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. Oh, look out on the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricane. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Back to pass, it's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The handoff to Johnson. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Gators have their offense in high gear. Shakes off the defender. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Then nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Pulls it in. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. The Gators headed quickly to the line. On second and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. Touchdown, Gator! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it off with the score from the fourth. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Dropping back, it's Ward. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Comes out throwing on first down. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Grab behind the line. It's Arroyo. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. The Gators sending the offense back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job.
Looking for a deep man. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. To the air, it's Lagway. Got his man quickly. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the tailback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
You know, in a 2-minute situation like this, you've got to find your best players on the field. When you've got one of the best wide receivers in the game, that's the guy that you need to be thrown to as often as possible in a 2-minute situation late trailing.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. They're bringing heat. He'll try to do it himself. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to get to it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Going for the big play. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Canes. And they've got the lead in the final minute. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So seeing quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Back to throw. It's Glagway. He wants a big play here late. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
He's going up top here late in the game. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. We waited so long to start the season.